Most people who suffer from high blood pressure focus on cutting salt, taking medications, and maybe squeezing in a walk here and there. And while those are definitely important steps, there's one huge piece of the puzzle that often gets ignored: minerals. These tiny, often overlooked nutrients play a major role in your blood pressure, your heart health, and even your energy levels. Here's something you probably didn't know. If you have high blood pressure, chances are you're missing out on the minerals that your body desperately needs to regulate itself. In this video, we're going to dive into the top 3 minerals that every high blood pressure patient needs to know about. And not just why they matter, but exactly how to get them, what symptoms to look for if you're low, and the best foods and supplements to restore balance. Stick around, because at the end, I'll also share bonus tips. What you should avoid if you want these minerals to actually work in your body. Trust me, this one's going to change the way you think about managing your blood pressure. Let's get started. Number 1, potassium. The sodium balancer. Let's kick things off with potassium. This mineral is basically the unsung hero of blood pressure management. You've heard over and over again to cut back on sodium, right? But here's the catch. It's not just about how much sodium you consume, it's about how well your body can balance it. That's where potassium comes in. Potassium works hand in hand with sodium to control the amount of fluid your body holds on to. And the more fluid in your blood, the higher your blood pressure climbs. So when potassium levels are low, sodium starts to take over, and your blood pressure follows. The shocking truth? More than 98% of people don't get enough potassium through their diet. That's not a typo. 98%. So even if you're watching your salt intake, you could still be dealing with high blood pressure simply because your potassium levels are too low to keep things in check. So how do you know if you're low on potassium? Here are some telltale signs. You get muscle cramps, especially at night. You feel weak or fatigued often. You notice irregular heartbeats or palpitations. You're constipated more than usual. You feel lightheaded or dizzy. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Now let's talk about food, because here's the good news. Potassium is found in real, whole foods that are easy to add to your meals. Here are some of the best sources. Sweet potatoes. One medium sweet potato gives you around 12% of your daily potassium needs. Spinach. 1 cup cooked delivers over 800 milligrams. Bananas. Not the highest in potassium, but convenient and still effective. Avocados. Full of healthy fats and potassium. White beans. Just 1 cup can deliver nearly 1,000 milligrams. Coconut water. Hydrating and rich in potassium. You don't need to take a supplement to get potassium. In fact, taking potassium supplements without medical supervision can be dangerous, especially if you have kidney issues. Focus on whole foods first and build your meals around these potassium-rich options. Number 2, magnesium, the vessel relaxer. Next up is magnesium, the mineral most people are severely deficient in, yet rarely talk about. Magnesium is like your body's natural calm button. It helps blood vessels relax. It supports healthy nerve and muscle function. And it even lowers stress hormones like cortisol, which, you guessed it, also affects your blood pressure. The connection between magnesium and blood pressure is solid. Studies have shown that people with higher magnesium intake tend to have lower blood pressure levels, better heart rhythm, and less risk of cardiovascular issues overall. But here's the kicker. Magnesium gets used up quickly when you're stressed, when you eat processed food, when you drink caffeine, or when you take certain medications, like diuretics, which are commonly prescribed for high blood pressure. So how do you know if you might be low on magnesium? Look out for trouble sleeping or staying asleep, anxiety or restlessness, muscle twitches or cramps, constant fatigue, headaches or migraines. If any of those symptoms ring a bell, magnesium might be the missing link. The good news? There are tons of delicious magnesium-rich foods you can eat to bring those levels back up. Pumpkin seeds. Just 1 ounce gives you 37% of your daily magnesium. Almonds. A handful provides about 20%. Spinach and chard, loaded with magnesium and also support iron levels. Black beans. Another great plant-based protein that also helps lower blood pressure. Dark chocolate. Yes, really. Just make sure it's 70% cocoa or higher. Avocados. Yep, they're back again. Nature's superfood. And if you do want a supplement, go for magnesium glycinate or magnesium bisglycinate. Both are highly absorbable and gentle on your stomach. Avoid magnesium oxide. It's cheap, but your body absorbs only a small fraction, and it often causes digestive issues. Number 3, calcium, the blood flow regulator. Now let's talk about calcium. This one surprises a lot of people. You may have heard that calcium supplements can raise blood pressure, and in some cases that's true, especially if you're taking too much calcium in pill form and not balancing it with magnesium and vitamin D. But here's the truth. Calcium from food sources is actually essential for regulating blood pressure. Why? Because calcium plays a critical role in helping your blood vessels contract and relax smoothly. It also supports communication between your nerves and muscles, helps your heart beat properly, and keeps your bones strong. In short, it's a mineral you can't ignore, especially if you have high blood pressure. Signs you might be low on calcium include muscle spasms or tingling in your hands and feet, brittle nails and weak teeth, irregular heartbeats, poor bone health, feeling nervous or twitchy, and again, you don't need to rush for the supplements. Here are some of the best calcium-rich foods that support healthy blood pressure. Greek yogurt, high in calcium and gut-friendly probiotics. Sardines, especially the ones with bones. Don't be scared. They're soft and totally edible. Chia seeds, just 1 tablespoon gives you almost 20% of your daily calcium. Leafy greens like collard greens and kale, even more calcium than milk. Fortified plant milks, like almond milk or oat milk. Just check the labels to make sure they contain added calcium. And here's a key tip. For calcium to actually get absorbed properly, your body needs vitamin D. That means getting a little sunlight, or eating vitamin D-rich foods like salmon and eggs, or taking a good quality D3 supplement. Bonus section, what to avoid. Now, before we wrap up, I want to touch on a few habits and foods that can actually block or drain these minerals, making your efforts less effective. Avoid these if you want your body to truly benefit from potassium, magnesium, and calcium. Number 1, processed foods. They're often full of salt, sugar, and chemical preservatives that deplete your minerals and mess with absorption. Number 2, too much caffeine. Caffeine can interfere with magnesium and calcium absorption, especially if you're drinking multiple cups a day. Number 3, alcohol. Even moderate drinking can flush out potassium and magnesium. Number 4, high-dose calcium supplements, especially if you're not balancing them with magnesium and vitamin D. Number 5, chronic stress. Yep, stress depletes minerals faster than you think. Meditation, breathing exercises, and sleep can help more than you realize. Conclusion. So let's wrap this up. If you've been focusing only on cutting sodium or relying on medications, but your blood pressure still isn't where you want it to be, you might be missing the mineral connection. Start giving your body what it actually needs: potassium to balance sodium and help your kidneys flush out excess fluid, magnesium to relax your blood vessels and support healthy stress response, calcium to regulate muscle contraction and nerve function. Focus on real, whole foods. Know the symptoms of deficiency, avoid the habits that drain your body, and most importantly, stay consistent. These minerals aren't a quick fix, but they are a powerful foundation for long-term blood pressure control and heart health. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, make sure to like and subscribe, and don't miss our next video on the top 5 herbs that lower blood pressure fast. Take care and take control of your health, one meal, one habit, and one day at a time.